like, I'm doing awesome, feel great?
I don't really know a specific time I was really, but I mean, when I was going through a period of time where I was getting my homework done, like, a week before, and, like, I was studying, and I was actually doing what I needed to do, and I wasn't, like, last-minute Sally all the time, because that's who I am. But I think it was just amazing that I was able to, like, for a good chunk of the semester, last semester, I was able to focus mostly on my school work and just not worry about anything else. I think I did pretty good. But.
Yeah. And what helped you get there? What helped you, like, what created those conditions for you to...
I think I just, like, came to a reality of, like, this is how it's going to work and this is what you need to do. And I also think... Sorry, did I just kick you?
No.
Oh, I can table.
There's, like, a bajillion legs on this table down here.
Oh, I'm kicking you. I think having the experience of SBA was one of, like, the major things that helped me understand the life of a college student and what I needed to do. Because, like, in the summer... I'm not saying I was totally organized, because I totally wasn't, and I didn't know what I was expecting, but from getting that experience, I was able to get a better understanding of what I need to actually do in the semester of school. Of, here, this is what you need to do now, and you can't really slack off, because you really won't get anywhere. Yeah.
Do you feel like you've started this semester strong that same way?
I think I have. Like, I've had some downfalls where I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot my paper, like... But I've done it, I stayed up, and I keep myself up until I finish my paper, because I know I have to do it. I know I need to get the work done.
Yeah.
So I think I've started strong, and hopefully I finish strong, but sometimes things happen. And
totally. Just gotta adjust and keep moving.
Yep.
And it sounds like you've got your relationship with Kevin has been great. Do you, I think you were saying you kind of go there like every other week at the beginning of last year.
Yep.
Do you still do that?
I more it's like once a month to check in.
Okay.
Or like when I have a question, I always like ask a question, or I call him and ask him on the phone. Like I'm very advocate. Like I advocate for myself very well. I'm not one of those like, no, I advocate. I'm very, if I know something's going wrong, I speak and I ask for help and find strategies, and I think that's what's made me like successful here. Yeah. Because I know how to advocate for myself.
Yeah. And has there been any problems that like he couldn't help you solve or you weren't able to resolve?
No, he's been very helpful. I think he knows what he's talking about, which is surprising because a lot of people don't, even though it's his job. I mean, he has an answer for everything. It's not like he's like, oh, what the hell, what the answer is that? Like, he really is understanding.
Yeah. And besides
that girl that just walked by, that's the girl.
Which girl?
The one that was getting naked in front of me.
No.
Yes. We just made awkward eye contact.
They're your former roommate?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. That's why I like look at her like, oh. Yeah, we don't get along. Like when I see her, I don't like her. It's bad to be judgmental, but like...
I don't know. I think living with someone is a pretty... It's not like a shallow judgment. You've lived with someone. You know what I mean? Like, that's not...
Don't get naked in front of me. I don't like that. Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know who does that, but I don't.
Yeah.
So just stay away.
And... I guess, is there anything, I know you also said that like you kind of like to solve things yourself. You both like to ask for help and self-advocate, but you also kind of like to deal with things yourself. Yeah. Are there things that you've decided like, nah, I'm not really going to bring that to trio. I'm just going to deal with that on my own?
I think more like my personal like life.
Yeah.
I do more of that. Like if it's academically, I definitely advocate to him.
Yeah.
Or like if, like say my transferring, I go to him with that. Like I think it's just more academic. I don't really talk about my personal life with him.
Okay.
Because he's not a therapist. So, like, I don't know if he's interested in listening to me.
Yeah.
So, I think just school academic-wise, I kind of keep that relationship.
Okay.
I don't really feel like, I don't know. I mean, he's a good guy and everything, but I don't think he wants to listen to my life story.
Who knows? Do you feel like you can talk do you feel like comfortable talking to anybody about your personal life in trio? Or is that something you just kind of don't bring there?
I mean, like Martine, I don't know if you know who she, but I talk to her sometimes, like she knows, like my sister, like I talk about my sister a lot with her, like we're not as close, like I don't tell her like what I've been through, but she like knows, like from in the summer, like, we were close, and then, like, we're kind of close, but we're not, like, best friends, you know, like, I kind of, like, just keep it to myself. I don't want them to, feel bad and just give me the world, because I don't want people to judge me as that. I want people to, she's been through that. That's not her. We've been through this, and I've been through this, and I'm building to be something better, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm still with DCF, like, I still talk to my DCF worker, and I tell her, I'm like, I want to be in an advocating group. Like, I want to speak and tell my story and have it be heard, and know that you can still make it in this world, even if you've been through things.
Yeah.
Like, don't let your situation now define who you are in the future.
And do you feel like if you kind of talked about your situation with them, that they might define you by that experience, and like kind of say, like, well, she might not be able to achieve this, and this because she had this difficult past? Or, yeah.
I definitely think that.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah. Have you encountered people in the past who've done that with you?
Yeah, like, in my high school, like, the one that was, like, an all-white school, they, like, stereotyped me, like, like, foster kid, she can't do this, she's a... I'm not that. I'm not a foster kid. I'm a kid. Don't put a label on me.
Yeah.
Like, when people label their kid bad, they're going to follow that name. When you say, you're bad, you do this, you're bad, they're gonna turn bad.
Yeah.
Or, like, when you call them stupid, they're gonna be that label of feeling stupid.
Yeah.
So I think me and my past doesn't define who I am. I think who I am and how I present myself and how I academically come across and how I just come across as a person is who I am, not what my situation was 2 months before.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it makes you who you are, but it doesn't define who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that makes a ton of sense. And I remember you said that you kind of felt like TRIO was like kind of an extension of your guidance family, like DCF and your caseworkers were kind of part of your guidance family, and this was kind of an extension of it. In what ways do you feel like they're similar or different?
TRIO doesn't really, like, calm me down once a week, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how it was in high school. I was always getting, like, called down once a week, meet with the lady, talk to her, you know.
Yeah.
But here, I'm more self-sufficient on how to do it all on my own.
Yeah.
Well, not all on my own, but to a certain extent of how to deal with the problem, how to cope with these skills, or you know what I mean? Like, not like, oh, hey, Kevin, can we talk about how I just fell downstairs, or how I just broke up with my boyfriend? Like, no, I think it's a big help to learn how to do things on my own.
So you like that they don't have like a mandatory weekly meeting with you and stuff?
When I need you, I can call you. When you know what I mean? Not like, you have to talk this week, Krista. Like, I don't like that. I like to be able to, oh, hello, how are you? Like, you know, like, when I see them, I say hi, we check in, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't want to be like, Krista, come here on Friday every day. Like, I don't like that. I like to, when I need something, I can advocate. When I don't, I can just sit back and do it on my own.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you think, what was I just going to say? Oh, do you think there's anything that TRIO could do to change to be better? Like, is there anything that actually would work better for you than the way they've set it up now?
Sorry, my aunt just keeps calling me. I'm like, what the hell do you want, lady?
Do you want to text her back?
No, it's okay. Sorry, I totally missed that because she keeps calling me. Like, what the heck?
Is there anything that you think that they could do better on that like if you could change or make a couple suggestions and they were like, please, we need to change somehow, tell us how to change, what would you suggest?
I don't really know, because like I don't go to them like frequently, so I don't know what the bad traits are. But what they're doing so far in my eyes is good. They're academically helping me. They're understanding what I'm doing. Like, they don't, I don't know, I don't think they judge or anything. I think they're doing a good job of how they work and the program they have. Like, I don't think they do anything bad.
Yeah. Do you ever go to the academic tutors that they have?
I didn't even know they had academic tutors.
Really?
I didn't even know that.
Okay. That's funny. So maybe that's one thing they could do better is...
Yeah, advocate the academic tutors.
Yeah.
That could be an improvement.
I think they're technically called academic coordinators, but like
they should project their supports instead of, you shouldn't have to ask